Peace. Peace. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everyone can hear me. All right. Sorry for the tardiness. I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, dang, it's 5 minutes. You know, weather's changing. First of all, can everyone hear me? I got my sound up. What's up? Can't hear me? Quan, you killing me. I know you can hear me. I'm looking at all my levels and they up. Except that one. Butterfly 70 was good. Peace, everyone. It's Professor Griff. Divine name is Supreme Being. I want to greet everyone. Peace, Hotep, Shalom. Whatever greeting you go by, whatever school of thought that you are from. All right, Aisha Ra, what's good, man? All right, Mr. Terrence Bailey, when we going to do this, man? All right, let me know something. All right. And Aisha Ra, tell Mr. G. Hernandez to get in touch with me. Tell me he has to call me after 1. Presently in school this week. All right. Okay, y'all can hear me. That's good. All right. I'm in school this week, so from the time I wake up till like 1 o'clock, I cannot answer the phone. All right. I'm actually in class. I know you're saying, Dad, you a 60-year-old student? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, again, yeah. All right. All right. And the reason why you see the tint on these glasses is because I discovered that being in front of this computer and then being in front of this computer and then being in front on your phone started affecting my eyes. And of course, I started getting some headaches and I tried to figure out what it was. I went through the whole thing about, is it something I'm eating? Is it something I need to eat? Is it whatever? I went through that process and I'm like, nope, it's probably my eyes. So, if you're one of the individuals that sit in front of the computer a lot like I do, of course, you have to get something to protect you. Amethyst or some black tourmaline or some shungite, all right, crystals. But get your eyes checked, all right? So, I got you, Terrence Bailey. You got to keep reminding me, man. But, yeah. All right, so got the eyes checked out and I needed the glasses that can cut down on the blue glare coming from the computers and the cell phone. So these glasses kind of do it. But the thing is, you can only wear them sometimes, well, all the times in the morning when you first go to look at any screen, and then you might want to do it at night. All right. Good. But I'm good. Thank y'all very much. Really appreciate that bit of information that y'all probably didn't need. All right. Oh, okay. We'll do that tomorrow, Aisha Ra. All right. All right. Tonight's subject, we're going to be talking about Fort Hood. We're talking about the missing and murdered soldiers from Fort Hood. Shout out to Johnny Taylor for his bit of information he passed on to me. Very insightful. Hood information. All right. All right. All right. So we're going to try to tackle this subject as try to piece it apart. A lot of times subjects like this kind of a big, long kind of investigative kind of thing, which I've been wanting to talk about this, but I just said to myself, well, who can I talk to get information from after going online? You know, it's kind of critical. All right. So shout out Mr. Johnny Taylor. Really appreciate you, good bro. All right. Oh, no problem. Rich Mitchell. Got you, bro. All right. Just try to, just being a man of my word. Yeah, the blue light filter, little goddess. I definitely needed it. All right. Anyway, meantime, between time. All right. Peace to everyone joining the chat. Make sure you'll bring something positive to say. Come in with something positive and definitely leave us with something positive. Is that cool? All right. For the people that are in the Alternative Black Studies course, this Thursday at 7 o'clock is the meeting. So please make sure you're in front of your computers. There's a lot going on this week. Wow. 9 o'clock this Friday night, our good sister Kala Ilakim's wife, Tasleen Jamila, will definitely be premiering her album, which I had the pleasure of doing some tracks for. Tonight, on Friday night at 9 o'clock. And of course, Friday, if you're in Atlanta at 5:30, I'll be at the Yoga Skills Studio presenting information in reference to my book, The Warrior's Tapestry. All right. And of course, at 3 p.m., I'll be with my man online, Mr. G. Holler. All right. Of course. All right. Thank you very much for all the information, Quan. I really appreciate you and all the work that you do. All right. Sunday, Quan, I'll be with Urban Intellectuals, Dallas, Texas, but I will be online. I won't be in Dallas, Texas. I'll be online. Urban Intellectuals are in Dallas, Texas. So, make sure you'll catch these things though, because they're happening online. All right. Brothers and sisters, let me see. 1 second. Dang, somebody just hijacked the resurrection formula. I don't know where. Anyway, this we're pouring Aisha Ra, and you know what that is. All right, we've let it sit for 6 weeks or so, whatever, and we're going to begin to pour this weekend. All right, the new bottles, the new batch, pardon me, of the Resurrection Formula, and the new batch of the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic, both of which will be available. All right, starting Friday. Put your order in on Friday. All right, 36, I believe, 26 or 36. I believe it's 26 of each bottle is going to go quick. All right. Thank you very much, Quan. If you would like to purchase Professor Griff Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic and or the Resurrection, all right, just go to professorgriff.me, all right, and or go to Sirius Mindz Institute, all right. You can purchase either one, or just go straight to PayPal. All right, www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Purchase either one. All right. And they really, really do work. That energy that you need, the ingredients and this description of what is in both of them. This is strong as hell. It's on the website. Do the research. Know what you're putting in your system. All right. Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. Oh, thanks, Aisha Ra. That's what I've been telling you, Aisha Ra. Come on over, sit with me. Let's get them bottles and them boxes right. I got you. All right. Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic and Resurrection Formula. All right. All right, cool. So if y'all want those, just go to professorgriff.me or go to Sirius Mindz Institute. Both of them are on there. You can order them from there. And of course, you can go right to PayPal. That's www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. All right. If you would like to advertise right here on Sirius Mindz RNTV, you can do so. But make sure when you do, your ad is really fly, energetic, moving, and it's saying something and it's doing something. Moving, talking, walking, like this gentleman's ad right here. The next progression from that particular ad right there, we're going to have Mr. Earl Holder do a voiceover. And from the voiceover, we'll be able to hear it and we'll be able to see it. In case people are not watching, I don't know. All right, but they should be watching. All right. One day, family, I'm going to have this place nice and neat. And so when I come on, it's like, oh, man, studio looks nice, man. It's nice, neat, and clean. Everything's in place. He's not going to have herbs sitting around that he needs to take. He's not going to have incense. All right. Books and all kind of stuff out of place or really in place, whatever. All right. Shout out to Felicia Pride. It's my third time reading her book. All right. It's The Message, 100 Life Lessons from Hip Hop's Greatest Songs. Good book. The sister don't know me, and I don't know her personally. All right. All right. Let's dialogue, family. Let's make it happen. Okay, make sure you'll tune in on Wednesday night for mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Quan, do me a favor. Can you retype that if you would like to purchase Griff's? It's Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. That's what they're going to be looking for on the site, and it's at ProfessorGriff.me and Sirius Mindz Institute. Really appreciate that. All right, cool. Thank you, Quan. Really appreciate that. I'll give you a Kwanzaa bonus or whatever. Let me see if I could do this. That. All right, cool. All right, we're good. All right, family, let's dive into this particular subject. Now, I've gotten some information, and I'm sure you've already heard, and if you've not, we probably need to be a little bit more informed. All right? And there's nothing wrong with being a little bit more informed. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to get my screen right. Can I get my screen right? I think. All right. So I like doing things on the spot. I'm sure you'll already figured that out. It's like, damn, dude, aren't you ever prepared? I had that discussion today. I'm like, nah, I'd rather do it on the spot so you can kind of do it with me. And if you haven't like delved into this particular thing, you might want to. All right. So go on YouTube and put in, I don't know, 12 missing and murdered soldiers. Soldiers. And then just put in Fort Hood, Texas. All right. So this is in real time. All right. Another soldier's mysterious death at Fort Hood. All right. So this is real time. And it's really what's happening. All right, family. So let's understand these things and how they're playing out and what's going on. All right. Go to Google, put that in right now, or go to YouTube and put it in. What's the book? I missed it. The Message. 100 Life Lessons from Hip Hop's Greatest Songs. Felicia Pride. Good book. Anyway. All right, let's talk. Here we go. Let's see what it has to offer. Let's make it happen, family. Here we go.
In August of last year, after serving more than 4 years in the Army with deployments to Kuwait and Korea, 24-year-old Greg Morales was getting ready to go home to Oklahoma.
And that Monday, he was supposed to go around and do all of his paperwork to start processing out.
Instead, Private Morales, who was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, vanished. The Army told his mother maybe he just took off, but she knew something was wrong.
They just declared him AWOL and didn't want to believe me that there was something wrong, that he wouldn't just go missing.
After 10 months of frustration, including several phone calls to Army investigators, there was still no sign of Greg. Then another soldier, 20-year-old Vanessa Guillen, went missing from Fort Hood. Her story received more attention than Greg's, and for her, there was a reward.
I called again, and it's like, as much as she deserves this and she needs her answers and her family needs answers, what about my son? And the next day I got a poster in the mail that said there was a reward. As soon as they raised it to $25,000, 4 days later, suddenly they get a tip.
That tip led investigators to a field in Killeen, Texas, and the remains of Private Greg Morales.
So my problem is, if you had done this 10 months ago, maybe we would have found him. You'd have had some fresh clues, some leads, known a little more about what happened with him.
Fort Hood, nicknamed the Great Place, is home to just under 40,000 working soldiers. Besides Greg Morales and Vanessa Guillen, 6 other Fort Hood soldiers have died since March. At least 3 of them were murdered. Specialist Freddie De La Cruz was shot in an apartment near the base. Specialist Shelby Tyler Jones died from a gunshot wound at a strip club. Private First Class Brandon Rosecrans died of a gunshot wound off base.
How can this happen on military base? How can this happen while she was on duty?
The family of Vanessa Guillen, who was bludgeoned to death with a hammer by a fellow soldier in an armory room, is working with members of Congress to make changes at Fort Hood, specifically in the way the Army deals with sexual harassment. The command at Fort Hood says it is open to change if needed.
Because our credibility on this area is so important is why I've asked for an external review to come in and do it. What matters most to the command here at Fort Hood is we have the best environment for soldiers to train and perform their duties. We take those allegations and all allegations seriously, and we're going to pursue them to our fullest extent.
As for Greg Morales, his case is still under investigation. No arrests have been made. His murder is being investigated by the Army and the city of Killeen, Texas. His family is devastated, knowing he's never coming home.
It's just a big hole in the family. That's the only way to explain it. It's just a huge piece of my heart, huge piece of our life just gone.
What do you guys think about that? I know it's crazy. So on an army base, on a military base, people are coming up missing and people are dying. What do you think about this? Now, it seems kind of crazy simply because the tight-knit idea of accountability for soldiers is so tight that, because you got to report in, you got to sign out, you're constantly in touch with people, that kind of thing. Because I was there in the military, not at Fort Hood. I was at Fort McClellan and Fort Leavenworth prison. All right. No, I wasn't in prison. I was at the prison, working at the prison. Okay, the topic is Fort Hood, 12 missing and murdered soldiers. All right, let's Google it so we could stay on topic. All right, let's do that. All right. I visited Killeen. Not much in Killeen. There's not much to do in Killeen. Daniel Howe, thank you very much. Really appreciate you for the donation. Give thanks, good bro. All right. It could sound like a cover-up. It could sound like a lot of things, but until we know what it is, we should at least put some energy out there so these families can get some kind of answers. All right. Okay. So if soldiers are dying, if soldiers are coming up missing, shouldn't that be one of the highest priorities? Shouldn't the news be talking about it? Shouldn't the affiliates be talking about it? Shouldn't presidential candidates be talking about it? Is soldiers everywhere I go, I see people on planes and in stores and whatever talking about thank you for your service and thank you for your service. Well, soldiers are dying that serve this country, and they're actually getting a raw deal. Their families are getting a raw deal because these soldiers, mainly Hispanic, mainly Latino, maybe mainly Mexican, maybe mainly, from what I'm seeing, according to some of the last names I've been reading. All right. I don't want to prejudge. Hold on. Yeah, I definitely don't want to prejudge. Okay. Other than, I pulled it up, but other than Donald Trump leaving the hospital early, there's a lot of stuff that's just coming up. I'm waiting for it to kind of, still searching. All right, so the idea now of soldiers who have served this particular country. Now, every single time I want to come on here, I don't want to play the race card. But can we, since the hand has been dealt, can we play the race card for a minute? If all of these soldiers were white, all right, do you think they have an issue in tracking down who these killers are? Come on, talk to me. Fort Hood. Got it. All right. Come on, family. Talk to me. Fort Hood appears to be on the cusp of yet another tragedy as authorities search for the latest Army soldier to go missing. Hold on. All right. The body of a Fort Hood soldier was found on July 17th near a lake, making him the third soldier whose remains have been found in the past month. 3 soldiers in 1 month have came up missing in Fort Hood. And when did you hear about it on the news? Because, yeah. So you mean the cameras on and off base, Lester Dukes? I'm not sure what you mean. So the cameras don't work. What cameras are you talking about? Fort Hood appear to be on the cusp of the. It says Texas military installation, on which Army psychiatrist Major Nidal Hassan killed 13 people and injured 32 others in the 2009 mass shooting. Wow. Has its share of bloodshed. In 2014, five years after Hassan's killing rampage, the Iraq War veteran and Army veteran SPC Ivan Lopez opened fire on the bases, killing 3 soldiers and injuring another 16 before killing himself. Hassan was convicted in 2013 of 13 counts of murder, 32 counts of attempted murder, and sentenced to death. More recently, a spat of missing and slain soldiers has plagued the base, where multiple investigations into the Command Climate and Culture. Wow. Command Climate and Culture have been launched following allegations of rampant sexual harassment and abuse on the base. Now, Lester Dukes, I don't know if they got cameras all over the place, but thanks for your question. Since the beginning of the year, there has been 12 Fort Hood soldiers who have vanished, died, or in one case or another, turned up dead after going missing last year. 2 more had separated from the Army at the base within the previous 6 months, were also slain, according to Stars and Stripes. In one of those 2 cases, the person charged with the murder was active duty soldier based at Fort Hood. Wow. Could there be a serial killer? I noticed that's not mentioned in here. The numbers are high here. They are the highest in most cases of sexual assault, harassment, murder for the entire formation in the U.S. Army. Army Secretary Ryan McCarthy said during the visit to Fort Hood early this month. The military publication reported. Here's what we know about each soldier. Sergeant Elder Fernandez was last seen by fellow soldiers on August 17th at a civilian home in Killeen, Texas. Army officials confirmed on Saturday that the sergeant had been the alleged victim of abuse and sexual conduct. NBC reported that. So Fort Hood has its share of issues, but soldiers are dying in Killeen, Texas. Soldiers are dying in Killeen, Texas. So I'm just pulling up an article. I did see that one of the parents, Vanessa Guillen, update soldiers' family meets with President Trump at the... Oh, okay. So let's take a look at that. So she actually met with President Trump to find out who killed her daughter. So hold on. Let's see what you have to say.
Antes que nada, quiero darle las gracias por recibirnos.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much.
Es un honor para mí estar aquí.
Honored to be here.
Yo creo que el motivo que me trae aquí es mi hija Vanessa Guillen. Yo quiero que usted me ayude a que se haga justicia por mi niña.
She wants your help to bring justice for what happened to her daughter.
Que lleguemos a la verdad de qué es lo que pasó ahí. Realmente qué es lo que pasó. ¿Quiénes son los responsables?
She wants to know who's really responsible and who was responsible for what happened to her daughter and why didn't people act on it.
Y que nos ayude a pasar ese bill a nombre de mi niña, porque ella murió y salió toda la luz, todo lo que estaba pasando en las bases militares.
And her daughter died. Her daughter died in service of the country from the hand of people who are in the military.
Y yo quiero que usted me ayude a
Let's stop right there. So she's sitting across from President Donald Trump, and she's asking the government for help. And she says basically that her daughter joined the military to fight for this country. And she fought for this country, but yet her daughter comes back home and dies at the hands of some of the very same people that she's in the military with. All right. How could this be, basically? How could this be for real that her daughter serves this country, but dies at the hands of someone in this country? Not some foreign invader, not an attacker, not a terrorist, but someone on the army base that's probably if she's on the army base, whoever killed her probably is in the army. All right. Okay. So you said 2020 did a documentary on that. Very sad story what happened to her daughter. Very, very, very sad what happened to her daughter. How could this take place and happen, though, on a military base is what I'm saying. Y'all help me out. On a military base. Is it possible? Can these things happen on a military base? So Miss Hire, Hirer, You said 2020 did a, I'm going to look that up. All right. Yeah. So maybe it is possible. Let's get back to the article. Private Morton, 26 of Pensacola, Florida, was found dead July 17th on Stillhouse Hollow Lake. Authorities said in a preliminary autopsy indicated his death, like that of Hernandez Vargas, appeared to be from drowning. So either drowning, bludgeoned to death, or strangulation. These people are dying. I don't know. Sounds like a serial killer is in the military. No, you're right. Military bases are huge, and they're like cities within a city, and I get you, and I understand that. His body was found at the base of a dam, according to the news released from the Bell County Sheriff's Department, which is investigating the case. Wow. Now, Vanessa Guillen, whose disappearance and death was hit national headlines and prompted multiple investigations of sexual harassment on Fort Hood, vanished April 22nd from the base where she was a small arms and artillery repair for the 3rd Cavalry Regiment. Authorities initially said Guillen, 20, of Houston, had last been seen in the parking lot of the Regimental Engineer Squadron headquarters. Her car keys, barracks, room key, and identification card and wallet were later found in the armory room where she was working earlier that day. A CID news release says she was last seen wearing a black t-shirt and purple fitness type pants. Guillen's family and the attorney alleged that the missing soldier had told them that she had suffered sexual harassment at Fort Hood. Someone's harassing women. Oh, wow. I got to see this 2020 documentary film that you're talking about then. If it's about Vanessa. Let me see if I can find it. Wow. 2020. Who's Vanessa? Wow. I mean, I feel, human suffering is human suffering, and I feel, but especially when it happens to a woman, it's just, yeah, it's just not good. And what is it, man? This mentality that men have that women are no longer valuable. We only see the value in using them, abusing them, sex, having a good time, partying, whatever, but we never value women like we value our mom or our grandmother. They are somebody's mom. They will be somebody's grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? And for these things to happen and no one knows anything, no one's saying anything. Let's play the clip. Hold on. on a military base. We're not talking, you're not talking about something happening at Walmart or something happening at Targets, something happening at, Whole Food. This is a military base, man. This is a military base. Think, women, where the places do you feel the safest? What are those places where you feel safe? Wow. So we have to understand this. So if even in the military, if women don't feel protected, all right, where do women feel protected? No, you're right, Jamie Morgan Brown. If this was highly publicized, it would surely discourage people from joining the military. Yeah. Ordered a training stand down for all units as the first step in repairing the erosion of trust between soldiers and leaders due to the disappearance and murder of SPC Vanessa. Okay. So this is things that they have to repair now in the military, because some cases when you go into battle, the person behind you, in front of you, on both sides, have their lives in the palm of their hands. You have to protect one another. But who's protecting black, Latino, black and brown people? It says women shouldn't take night shifts on any outdoor post or walk alone after a time. I got you. There's just some basic things that I think, need to be passed on to women. I think so. You said unfortunately, women probably feel most protected with other women. Okay. All right. The military base on no different than any other city, literally. No, you're right. Shirley Willie from Philly. I got you. I mean, when you talk about fraternization, I think that's going to happen if you got men and women in any situation where it's close proximity. People are going to talk to people and fall in love with people and hang out and whatever. All right. Yep. Jamie Brown, women need to pick up firearms. But I notice a lot of women at the gun ranges now. I notice a lot of women at the gun shows. But someone needs to train these women. People are buying guns, but people just don't. Yeah. Yes. People are nuts. Don't use social media to look for dates. He's shaking my damn head. Joe Mullins, you right, bro. Yeah. I don't know who still does that, man. Find dates online. Yeah. Nah. But if you're buying a firearm, sisters, you gotta learn how to use it. Seriously. I mean, I have a a firearm simulation app on my phone. I have it on the wall here, and it's attached. I can send a signal to the big screen right here, and I practice dry fire. You understand what I'm saying? I got my gun back from being repaired, and they put a new coat of paint on it. And, I've been spending time dry firing it because I got to get used to it again because I haven't held it in a minute. And, guns need to be repaired and refurbished. My 40 caliber I sent away. Needed a new coat, needed some other stuff done to it. And, yeah, it came back kind of fly. I don't even want to shoot it. But, yeah. Put the Public Enemy handle on it. They put the Public Enemy logo on top. I'm like, okay. Only thing is missing now is Professor Griff on the side right here. Yeah. So it looks kind of fly. All right. But yeah. So, but even getting it back after a month or so, I still gotta get used to it. It's the 40 caliber. The recoil, I can handle. I've been carrying that gun for quite some time now, but still have to get used to it. If you're gonna buy a gun, sisters, you gotta learn how to use it. All right, you gotta learn how to clean it. You understand what I'm saying? So my next survival preparedness class, I was lining up a few other people to be on the class so we can get that firsthand instruction from them. All right. And then hopefully when this COVID thing lifts, we could actually get some people in the class to physically show them how these things are done and to get the sisters on the range. I know some brothers that's willing to take the sisters to the range, but he says, I feel protected with other women. Yes, indeed. Really appreciate this topic. I'm tuning in from Sydney, Australia. Sounds like some ritual thing. I didn't think about that. Arm up. Guns are not a thing over here. I send all the love and light to sisters and brothers living in a war zone and needing to arm up as a necessity. Wow. Thank you very much, Queen Kaban. All right. We need to protect ourselves. The worst thing in the world is for you to have a gun and you get attacked. You don't know how to use it, don't know how to chamber it. It malfunctions. You don't know how to tap, rack, fire. You don't know come on. So if you're going to get a gun, get with your brother, get with your boyfriend, his cousin too. Get with someone that knows firearms and that can walk you through the steps. That can teach you breath control, sight alignment, grip, this kind of thing. Aim, breath control, sight alignment, breathing. All right. I know COVID has changed the world forever. It's never going to be quote unquote normal again. Well, aspects of the normal I didn't like anyway. All right. So I guess Donald Trump thinking that maybe he was going to have all of these rallies and interact with these people. Somebody out of the hundreds of people that you shaking hands with and meeting with, somebody got COVID. You understand what I'm saying? Even when I go out, I go to certain places, I always keep a mask. All right. So Jakari Jones, you living clean? What's the vibe like there? Are people talking about it? No, okay, someone asked me a question over here. I'm saying to y'all, a 40 caliber may be fine for me. All right. But it may not be fine for a woman. It may be too much kickback or too much recoil. I'm saying to you, you can go a notch down and get a 380. You can go a notch down and get a 38. You can go a notch down and get a 25. You can go a notch down and get a 22. Hell, you can go a notch down and get a goddamn Derringer 2-shot, or you can go a notch down and get a goddamn slingshot or spit a damn spitball out of a straw. I don't care. Get something to protect yourself. All right? The average woman getting dressed is not putting, you're not carrying a knife, a gun. These are the keys that I carry. This is not pepper spray, but this is pepper gel. Pepper spray, if the wind is blowing, it'll blow back in your face. Pepper gel, when this goes out and hits you, yeah, it's going to be on you for a minute. All right, this is pepper gel. Get the gel instead of the... A woman is not carrying a knife. Yeah, one of the good old boys gave me this one. M-Tech. Yeah. This is busting windows, and this is taking care of some serious business. All right, so you choose your weapon, whatever you are comfortable with. All right, you got a Walther P99. You got a 38 snub nose. Okay, if that's what you're used to, by all means. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone has their go-to weapon, but you still have to have a plan. All right, whether you go places without your gun or not, you still got to have a plan. All right, trucking trader, you also got you have pepper gel. All right, cool. The gel is better than the spray. All right. Yes, the 40 comes in a compact. I mean, this fits my body. This is nice and small. It's almost like the palm of my hand. You can see that. You understand what I'm saying? But I would like something more compact. The Sig Sauer 365, I think, is compact. You could probably get the 365. Let me see. I don't want to divert the conversation, but yeah, the Sig Sauer. .365. Okay. Yeah, the 365 is a compact 9mm. Yep, you can get that. Make it happen. Something small if you got a smaller frame. All right. If you want them beautiful, sexy, shapely women and you like wearing tight dresses and little purses and that kind of thing, hey, just come up with the game plan. All right. If you want them rough and tough dudes from New York where you wearing Timberlands all the damn time, even in the summer, make it happen. You're right, Shonda Dixon. Put 7 keys between your fingers. Put 7 keys. I ain't even got 7 keys, Shonda. Will 4 work? And go to work, she said. All right. Well, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of weapons you can get that don't necessarily look like weapons. I got a few that look like pens, but they're actually weapons, and it's really good. All right. But, from my experience, you need something that's going to puncture a hole through something, and it's going to slice something. So any way you turn it, any way you go, whether you're hitting with the butt of it, going up, around, any direction. Remember I told y'all in the class when I was learning knife techniques, I was made to do the ABCs. All right, with my knife, both hands, then blindfolded. In case you're fighting in the dark. All right, it's just some training. Take a couple of weeks, go through the training, make it happen. Marvin McKinley, stop it. That is some false information, Marvin. Don't do that. Marvin, a woman cannot handle that Mossberg like that. You know that, bro. No, Marvin, stop that, bro. Call me, Marvin. 678-557-2919. Don't do that. A woman is not picking up a 12-gauge Mossberg in the middle of the night, somebody breaking in her home, coming down her hallway, and she got children in a cup. It's a bit much, Marv. Come on, babe. Marv. Come on, Marv. Look. What do we got? Oh, you said for show and tell. I got you. Marv had to come back with it. He says, I'm only saying for show and tell. All right. Get something that you know that you can handle, sis. All right. But come up with a game plan. Whatever it is. Be in the right frame of mind, in the right spirit. All right. Get you some training. All right. Don't call me right now, Marv. I'm on the show. All right. But come on. I say get you a weapon and get used to it. It's not how many weapons you have. All right. It's whether the one that you do have, you know how to use that. All right. Whether it's a knife, whether, you know, this was my go-to weapon because I didn't carry a knife for a while. Hold on. You know, just used it looks like a knife. Looks like a pen, rather. It don't look like a knife, I meant to say. Yeah, but this is, you know, this was my go-to weapon. I felt comfortable with this. Of course, you can flip it around, and it acts as a ballpoint pen. You can flip it around the other way, but, you know, yeah. It fits right in your pocket and looks like a pen. But this thing can do damage. All right? You got to know a couple of techniques. You got to study the human body and know where the nerves are, know what veins, what arteries you can puncture, what you're doing with it. Of course, that's some basic training. But, all right? Okay, you would be surprised in a real life tactic situation. You'd be surprised how many times a knife-wielding dude on drugs can close the distance and how quick they can close the distance. All right? I tell anybody handling weapons, cover, concealment, escape, barrier. You understand what I'm saying? First. Just because you got a gun don't make you Billy Badass. I wouldn't suggest that, seriously. Anyway, enough about guns. All right, so family, these beautiful people have came up missing and murdered. All right, if this is happening on an army base, it could probably happen anywhere. Protect your neck, man. All right, take a self-defense course. All right, get you a weapon that you're comfortable with. All right, and in closing, get you some energy. Pick up the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. Go to www.professorgriff.me, professorgriff.me, or Sirius Mindz Institute, SiriousMindsInstitute.com, professorgriff.me, SiriousMindsInstitute.com. Pick up the Brain Tonic and the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic and the Resurrection Formula. Somebody asked me, what is the Resurrection Formula? You can read the information on the website, but come on, man. It's for your resurrection in the morning, bruh. If you got to ask me what this is, then you probably don't need this. You probably ain't doing nothing in your way. I'm just saying, man. Come on, y'all. It's the resurrection formula. It's the male tonic elixir. All right? Sisters, I'm going to leave that up to y'all. Let y'all figure that one out, man. You're right. Melanin, we need to learn some self-defense. All right? I've been studying self-defense ever since I was 13 years old. All right? All right. I will be talking about this and a lot more this Friday in the ATL. All right? Make sure, if y'all need your music mastered, make sure you go and check out Earl Holder on www.headquarters.com. That's HDQTRZ.com. Christopher, if you like to take the horny goat weed, do your thing, bro. I'm just saying. So you got the old basketball tube socks filled with pennies. You said that's low cost. I hear you. All right, love you all to life. I got to get out of here. I am planning part 2 of the survival preparedness class, and we're going to take part 1 deeper, deeper, and deeper. Everyone that has taken part 1, the class, I'm giving y'all a discount for class number 2, survival and preparedness. All right, send me an email at Sirius Mindz info if you're interested in taking the class. Quan, what's up with you? You good? All right, peace. I got to get out of here. Love y'all to life, man. I'm out. Got to go. Peace, family. Peace. All right, everybody on IG, peace. I hope y'all got something from this conversation. Beautiful black skin. What's good with you? All right. Peace, y'all.